So take me as I am right now.
Yeah.
And accept me on my path and grow with me as I grow. Let it be, like I said, drink from my cup if you need to. If it's not full, then take it as it is. It's not full.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to judge me or try to create this perception of me that is just in your head.
Yeah.
To say, like, because tomorrow I can make a mistake and you'll be like, I can get married. Then you'll say to me, and then I get divorced. Then you say, how come?
Gain ground, breaking bread and knowledge. Sponsored by DENTX QUATERS, RONNY and NOVICE. DENTX QUATERS brings law smiles and turns it into perfection. Appear once again with a brand new smile with DENTX offering you braces, teeth whitening, dental checkups for the little ones, and a comprehensive range of more dental services. As RONNY captures the smiles and creates memories through the lenses, brings life to parties, big events, and corporate functions. And for a show-first service, NOVICE brings you an experience of a top-notch service to your destination, offering you staff transport, a travel package, corporate travels, and they can pick you up and drop you off at your preferred location, solo trips and tours with free Wi-Fi for you and your friends.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is that time again. You know what it is? Gain ground, guys. Gain ground. And let me tell you something. We're not only just breaking bread and knowledge. We're breaking and bringing beautiful people to the studio. Oh, we got a queen tonight. I mean, I've heard a few things about this woman. I was like, yeah, you know what? It's about time we have somebody who's going to shake things up. She already shook the stage, man. She already shook the set. We already on. Kopano. Let's go. Hi. Welcome on set.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's lovely having you, definitely. The atmosphere has changed. The chants are living. They have life. It seems you bring life wherever you go, eh?
Of course, that's why I brought my kids.
Oh, wow. Yes. I mean, what else that says more than that? All right. You know what? I've heard a few things about you. Yeah. And I don't like hearsay. So I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. And you're definitely here. Not that you're a horse, you're a queen. You're a stallion, you know. So, who is you?
Well, Kopano Litswele is just a girl that was born in Johannesburg. And I grew up Soweto, and then my parents moved to Nelspruit. They got married in Joburg and Soweto, and then they got a house here. And then I basically grew up here. I went to school at your local schools. I went to St. Peter's, Nelspruit Primary, local high. And then I matriculated at Penryn College, 2013. So yeah, and then from there, I guess I just became a big girl, you know.
Okay.
I maneuvered. Was difficult, but I found my feet and became the woman that I am today. Yeah.
All right. You know what? You just said a whole lot and we skipped a whole lot.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So we're rewinding. We're going back. Just for the people at home, you know, if you had paid attention, she matriculated in 2013, right?
Yeah.
Penryn College.
Yes.
Which goes to show to the people at home, we're not just bringing people who have already matured beyond, you know. We have young people in the space who are doing much bigger things, who have faced challenges and overcame those challenges. Yeah. And from what I've already found out about you, you're one of those people, you know, who have overcame challenges that society, it's actually, I don't know, maybe I might be wrong, but I feel like today it's better than it was in the 2010s, 2013, 14 and prior back, you know. But I feel like right now it's better. But anyway, in your matric, specifically for girls.
Yeah.
How was your metric? Because I mean, most girls, when it comes down to metric, they have challenging issues. They face different issues, and especially the one we never love to talk about, but it's actually out there. A older man hitting on them, it is a thing. But I want to hear from you. How was your metric?
Well, my metric was very, I think the difficulty of growing up in general will also depend on your background and the type of family that you come from.
Yeah.
And that will also change your whole perspective of life in general. And also the society that we live in. So, but mostly it comes from your upbringing. So if your parents were strict, obviously, and you wouldn't get much exposure to the world because they would always keep you in, right? But then if you've got parents who would let you go out and do whatever, then you would obviously be more exposed to what you said in the letter, that being hit on by older men and so forth. So with me, I'll speak on myself.
Yes.
I never got hit on by older men when I was in high school.
Yes.
And I think the reason for that was that my parents were very strict. I remember a time when I tried to sneak out and I got the beating of my life, and I actually got my hair cut by my father.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he cut my hair bald.
Look, look, how was it like? Like, I'm gonna cut your hair right now.
No, so what happened was that I snuck out.
Okay.
And I put like blankets on the bed and I made it look like a human being.
Oh, shit.
And then my mom came to my room and she checked on it. And then she found that I wasn't there. Right. And then she called my father, who was by then, he was a train driver here at Spornet. And when he called my mother and said, where is she? And I wasn't back home yet. And then he said, don't worry, wait for her to come home. When she comes home, call me. And of course, my mom did that. And I came home. I snuck through the same window that I went out with. And then I slept. And then when I slept, I locked the door. So when I locked the door, my mom went out of the house and checked through the window. So the window was obviously open, and she opened the curtain and she saw that I'm not in the bed, right? Okay. And then my dad came home and I came and they knocked on my door and asked me to open up. And then he said, yeah, I got a mood. Then he cut my hair. So that was the end of my hair. And then a week later, he said that, you know what? She looks more beautiful now that we cut the hair. Now we're going to have a bigger problem. I'll always remember that. So it goes to show that, I'm not my hair. Whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, the whole issue of matric, I think also when you are... So I went to Lowveld High and to Penryn College, right? These are two extremely different schools. Extremely different high school, extremely different environments.
Yeah.
And with the one high school, Lowveld High, it's more of a black community, more of a bigger community. Children that are coming from Kanyamazane, Matsulu, and so forth and so forth, that are all there, right? Then with Penryn College, there are more white people, right? They are coming from your suburbs. So everybody behaves in a different type of way. And there is obviously what we call etiquette, right? So that will also govern the way you do things, the way we interact with boys, the way we interact with ourselves, and the way we interact with our teachers, for instance, obviously at Penryn, if you would have to fall pregnant at Penryn College, they would expel you.
Is it?
Immediately on the spot. In fact, they would expel you and the guy who impregnated you if the guy was in the same school as you. So if my boyfriend was in Penryn College and we both I fell pregnant, we would both get expelled.
Oh, well, that's balanced.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you were in Lowveld High, they would only expel the girl because now her belly would start showing and so forth. So it was only on her.
Yeah.
So now when you are in Penryn College, it teaches you beyond high school to show that it also teaches you as a boy that when you do something, there are consequences to your action. It's not to say that your life will just go on as normal and then the girl's life must stop. So we both stop matric or we both stop school. Yeah. So it means it's also on you. It also puts that responsibility on you as a man. That when you leave school, whatever you do outside, it's not just the woman. You also as a man will have to bear the brunt.
Mhm.
So back to your question to say that the type of high school matric that we had in Penryn College. Well, I left from Lowford High to Penryn College, not vice versa.
Mhm.
So I felt it much better at Penryn College.
Okay.
It was a much calmer environment, much smaller, and I would say less bullying and less of that catty personalities when it comes to girls. You know what I'm saying?
Penryn.
Yes.
All right.
So we weren't exposed to men.
All right.
We weren't exposed to, and also in the time we never had things like, I think, for Instagram and so forth and so forth. It wasn't so popular. So we weren't exposed to so much of this toxicity that we are exposed to right now. You know? So it was a much calmer upbringing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And also, but like I said, influenced the most by our parents.
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of influence came from how we were brought up at home.
Okay. So parents actually played a huge role in actually molding you to be this woman that you are.
Definitely. And I will never take that away from them. To my late mother also, she played a very huge role in my upbringing and becoming the woman that I am today.
I am so sorry about that. I just heard you say your late mother.
Yes.
When was it?
She passed away in 2016. She had cancer, but it metastasized.
Serious?
And then it became cancer. It was breast cancer. Then when it metastasizes, obviously it becomes cancer of the entire body. You know, it moves from one organ to the next.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a whole lot of a different situation. For you as a young woman seeing that happen, how did it affect you basically? And were you ever able to recover from that entire ordeal?
I don't think anybody can say that they can recover from a death of a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how long it's been. Doesn't matter what the situation was or the manner in which your parent has passed away. You can never recover from that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wound that will always be opened. And to say that time heals everything, it's not true for me. And I feel like time actually makes it worse, because when you go on in life and you become better, you know, you always feel like you can have your parent to be there to advise you or to just be there as a parent and just shield you from certain things when you grow up. But now that does not happen. But how it affected me was that I always say that it was the death of my mother was good and bad.
Okay.
Right. And I say good because it made me tough. And it made me stand up on my own 2 feet, because my mother would shield me from a lot of things, you know. And then bad because I lost my mother, and nobody would ever wish to lose a mother. So over the years, I realized that if my mom was here, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be sitting on this couch if my mother was still alive. And the reason being is because my mother would have helped me do a lot of things and shielded me from a lot of things. I wouldn't become the strong woman that I am today. I wouldn't have probably opened my company. I wouldn't have done the things that I've achieved. I wouldn't have achieved what I achieved today. Not to say that my mother would have blocked me from achieving anything, but when your mom is around, you're always like a baby, you know. And my mom would probably, she would have probably shielded me from a lot. And I'm glad that I was able to snap out of it, you know. Like I didn't feel sorry for myself after my mom passed away. And I didn't cry too much. I didn't say, oh, I lost my mom, guys, please help me. You know, I never went around just seeking help from people because my mom passed away, because I always have this thing of if it's not my mom, then whose mom should it be? You know? Yeah. And also I'm not the first person that it's gonna have that it happened to, and I'm definitely not the last, you know? So it's just a matter of being thankful. One thing I was thankful for, that I've actually had a mom, and I actually got to experience the love of a mother, and I was able to, I have something to speak about, so that I did have a mom, and I know what it feels like to have a mom. Yeah. Some people were born but don't know who their mothers are. Some people are born and have never seen, or even some people even still live with their mothers but don't know the love of a mother. Yeah. You know, thankful for my mother, who was there, and in her time that she was there, gave me all the love and nurtured me and made me the woman that I am today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you've spoken like a true queen that you are. I mean, there's not so many people out there that can be able to sum up what you just said. Specifically, not feeling sorry for yourself, standing up on your own 2 feet, telling yourself it's okay. It's good. I'll continue doing what I have to do. It's something that not many people can be doing that. And I heard you mentioning a few things along the way, which is a company and other stuff. But then again, my brother over there has a question. So the question our brother has posed was for Kopano, since she grew up a bit in Joburg and also this place in Mpumalanga and Mbombela, there's a different pace in between. Do you feel that you'll have been in a different setting if you have been in Joburg than you actually here in Mbombela? If I got that correct, right? Yes.
Definitely. I definitely feel that if I had not moved, my life would have been a lot different, And I'm not at liberty to say whether it would have been different in a good way or in a bad way.
No, you're just cutting the juice of the details. You can't do that.
I can't necessarily say. Let me say it. I don't know what I don't know.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I do not know what I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I'm not at liberty to speak on whether my life would have been better or worse. But what I do know is that knowing my personality, I probably would have been in I don't want to say better position, but I probably would have been more out there, But also, I feel like Nelspruit has saved me from a lot of things because I'm a very ambitious person and I'm very outgoing.
Yes.
And I take risks.
Yes.
So maybe me being here saved me from a lot of things, and saved me from probably being abducted or whatever, or being sold some way, somehow, or being sold into a deal that looks like a juicy deal only to find out that it's gonna kill me at the end. You know what I'm saying? So I guess growing up in Nelspruit growing up in Nelspruit has shaped me in a very beautiful way, because I know that when it comes to Johannesburg, we know that there's a lot of clubs. There's clubs, there's a lot of men from different countries, yes, different towns and everything. Joburg is basically a stew.
Okay, I haven't had that one, but it summarizes it.
Johannesburg is basically a mixed stew.
Yeah.
You'll find men from Venda, from Eastern Cape, from Northwest, from Cape Town, from every corner of the earth. They're in Gauteng. They want to be there. It's when someone leaves, but in Yekoli, they mean Johannesburg, and that's where things happen. So there's a lot of things going on there, and if you are not grounded at the time, I don't think that maybe when I was younger, if I was there, I would have been. And my mom passed away in 2016. If had I been in Johannesburg again, I wouldn't be on this couch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I probably would have been sold a life and sold a dream. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Johannesburg is, a concrete jungle.
Yeah.
You get sold dreams.
Yeah.
And I probably would have been sold a dream that was fake.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that could have been opposite.
All right. Now,
it
gets me interested in the type of a girl that you were, between the time of from matric and I'd say up until 2016, what type of a girl were you actually in that period, in that sense? I just want to understand the girl that you were.
I think I was from 2013 up until 2016. I fell pregnant when I was in high school, by the way.
Okay.
I think the end of matric, I was pregnant, so I gave
the end of matric.
Yeah, so I gave birth to I matriculated 2013.
Yes.
I gave birth to my daughter June 2014.
2014.
So that tells you roundabout. And I wasn't a busy girl. I was very confused. Yeah.
Confused.
If for lack of a better word, confused was probably the type of girl that I was back then. Still ambitious, still a go-getter and everything like that. But I was very confused, and I'm not embarrassed to say it.
Yeah.
I was young.
Yeah.
Which is not wrong.
Yeah. And
because obviously life comes in different stages, and I grew.
Yeah.
But back from 2013 to 2016, my mom was ill. I left and I went back to Johannesburg. I studied there a bit, and I dropped out because my mother was ill, and she was taking care of my daughter and my brothers, 2 younger brothers, and I couldn't stand speaking to my mother on the phone and hearing that she's not okay while I'm chasing an education, you know. So I decided that I didn't want to hear that my mom had passed away over the phone. So I said I'd rather be here. And I left. I remember the day that I left Johannesburg was the day that I had an exam.
You know what? I'll say cheers to that. For you to have the courage to actually leave school and say, you know what, I'm going back to take care of my mom.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying cheers to that, the world that we're living in, you know, it had made it something else.
Yeah.
We don't really cherish enough our parents. So when there's the few of us who are actually able to say, you know what, my mother over everything, or my dad over everything, or my parents over everything, that speaks a lot. It's okay, we're going somewhere. All hope is not lost. So that's why I'm giving you a chair so you can continue.
Yeah, so that was that. From 2013 and 2016, I left Johannesburg and I came back home, and I decided that I'm not going to leave again until I have some sort of direction, you know. And yeah, I stayed, and then that's when my mom passed away. But what also made me strong was that I saw everything, and I was able to prepare myself mentally and emotionally about the situation.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't a situation where, like, for instance, I see my mom now and then boom, she's gone. No.
Yeah.
So every day going to the hospital, seeing her situation deteriorating gave me a lot of peace.
Yeah.
That okay, it's
happening.
It's happening now. Yeah, because if I was in Johannesburg and I heard over the phone that you need to come home, your mom has died, I don't think I would have forgiven myself for that. And I don't think that over the years I would have been okay. You know, so me knowing that I did the best that I can and I stopped my life and I stopped my education for my mother. Yeah, for me, it really gave me a lot of peace, and I was able to be okay with myself after that.
All right, awesome. So now, to the next person or girls or men, I'll say everyone who's actually going through what you went through, or even worse than you went through. I don't know what's worse, you know, but if they're in this situation and they're feeling hopelessly, like, you know, like this is the end of the world, what's the one thing that you can tell them?
I think there's no situation that, number one, that doesn't end. You know, when you are in a situation that you feel like is horrible, it takes time. For instance, if you, how do I say this? If you are in a situation right now that feels bad, unfortunately in life, we don't have the liberty to see what's happening in the future. So I think a lot of it has to do with your belief system and your faith. You always have to believe that tomorrow will get better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the rain. When it's raining, you carry an umbrella, right? You're hoping that the rain will stop. Then when it does stop, you close your umbrella, but you don't lose the umbrella, right?
Exactly.
Whatever it is that protects you from the rain, you'll keep that object so that the next time it rains, you are able to open the umbrella again, right? I think it works the same with your faith and with for those with Christianity, I guess. You just have faith. So don't give up because of what's happening right now, and because you don't know the future. You can't say that tomorrow or next week or so forth will be bad, but we keep ourselves in the hope that we know that what the Bible promises us, that He has plans for us not to fail but to prosper. You know what I'm saying? So if you can keep that and steadfast in that, to say that God's plans for me are to prosper. And yes, the weapons might form, but they will not prosper. He did not say that the weapons will not form.
Amen.
The weapons are going to form. Trust me,
Amen.
they will form from every single direction, from the east, from the west to the south. But they will not prosper. And to the young people out there, you must not give up because you cannot see what's going to happen in the future. You might give up now only to find out that a month later, whatever you were praying for,
and you will never find out.
You'll never find out. So it's always a mystery, I guess.
Yeah.
And for me, I guess that's what also keeps me alive, knowing that I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
For me, it's exciting. For some other people, it can give them anxiety to say that, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and then you become stressed about it. For me, it excites me. It excites me, because I feel like it's a mystery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
isn't it beautiful? It's like a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Finding a lot of boxes that are wrapped in gift wrap and bows. You don't know which box is going to have the biggest gift or what's in the boxes.
You're hoping.
So each and every day you open this box. And if you're disappointed, you'll just check tomorrow again and try again and try again. But you shouldn't give up on life because of the situation that you're in. It's not worth it.
Awesome. One step at a time. Jewels being dropped, guys. Jewels being dropped. I don't know if you're catching that. We just short and boo, 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 boo. All right. I caught something in your speech, in your delivery, in your talk, in your topic, in your engagement. I caught something, and something happened last week. I'm gonna take your question. I remember you have a question. Last week, something big happened. I'm not even sure if the rest of the country is aware, because we know in South Africa, if it's not about entertainment, guys, but anyway, I'm not there. We're not going to go into much, but it's just based on the part of faith. Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, revealed to the world the oldest vault in the entire planet, according to him. And when he opened it up, there was a black picture of a black Jesus. And he says, this is the true Jesus, not the one that we grew up knowing, not the one that we placated in our house as kids, And that's just like a mind shift. And in his statement, in his words, was, this is where we're coming from, So you, as a person of faith, now finding this information, knowing this information, how does it shape up your faith, your belief? Because the reason I'm asking this, the faith most of us we have is based on a hierarchy of a different caliber. And now another set of information is coming into the picture. How does it shape up your faith?
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be so honest with you. I never even knew about that.
Is it?
Not at all. I never knew about it. I never even knew about Vladimir Putin finding this all out. It's my first time hearing about it.
Oh, then it's good.
And the reason being is because it's not that I don't watch the news. I do watch the news, but I feel that most of the time when I watch the news, I get so disappointed and I get so sad.
Yeah.
Because there's never good news, It's always just tragic accidents, repo rates high.
So to wrap it up, because we have spoken quite a lot and going through your past, we wanted to find out who you are, and we did find out, and you had quite a few challenges along the way. And I basically love how you overcame everything, You really stood up. They say there's super women. I watch a lot of cartoons, I watch a lot of fantasy movies. I'm a big fan of that because, they're the best. I don't know, Ninabama action in Zosala Ganjal. But my point is, you became your own superwoman. You did not wait for somebody else to come and save you.
Yeah. Wear my own cape.
Yeah. So, what I wanted to find out from you, just to wrap it up, everything, what's the last thing that you can say specifically to the girls that get pregnant at a young age? And how would you want people, or how, not want, because want is a very bad thing. How do you want to be seen to the public?
So basically you're asking me about the girls first and then how to be seen.
Yes.
Okay. Well, to the young girls that are out there, I would literally say I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Stop it. Just don't do it. Focus on school.
Yes.
It sounds like I'm being harsh or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Having a baby when you are still a baby is not worth it. You don't know anything. You don't have money. You don't even know how to take care of yourself.
Yes.
So taking care of another entire human being is a huge responsibility. And having a baby, what I noticed these days is that having a baby is like, oh, he's so cute. Oh, man, look at him. Having a baby is not that. It's a lot. And you are not in any position to be able to cater for another mouth. You are relying on your parents still to do that. So don't, having a baby at a young age for me is like self-inflicted pain. It's like literally hurting yourself. Why would you want to hurt yourself?
Definitely a good question.
Why would you want to confuse yourself so much? It's like right now, you're walking with no load. And then you've got this wheelbarrow that is empty. Then you just keep on picking up trash. Just picking up trash. Not to say that babies are trash. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying you have this empty wheelbarrow that you can run with it. Take this wheelbarrow as your future and as your life. It's empty now. Be careful. Oh, let me actually change it. Let's not say it's a wheelbarrow. Let's say it's a handbag.
Yes.
Us women are very specific on what we put in our handbags.
Yes.
Everything that's in our handbags is things that it's going to assist us. Right? You've got your cell phone, you've got your lipstick, you've got your hand cream, you've got a tampon, you've got these things that are going to assist you. Now, if you look at it, you're carrying this handbag. Now, you go and put a baby inside. Why would you do that to yourself? Because in that same handbag, there's no money to be able to take care of that baby that you put in there. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what boys can promise you and say, no, don't worry, it's a lie. Bashiman banale mak. Banale mak. Banale mak. And I'm at liberty to speak of that.
Yes.
Banale mak.
Yes.
So always keep your ball on the prize. No. Keep your eyes on the prize. Sorry. Keep your eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that if you want to have a degree and have a house and have a car and travel the world, ask yourself how is having a baby gonna help me get closer to that?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, very good question.
Now how? You want to travel?
Obviously.
You want to study?
Obviously.
How is the baby going to help you to study?
It doesn't.
How is the baby going to help you to have a job?
It doesn't.
How is the baby going to help you to achieve that dream of going overseas? Instead, it's going to delay you.
Yeah.
So don't do things, not even about babies in general, even when it comes to friends and about choices that you make in your life. Understand and ask yourself something. How is it going to help me to achieve that thing?
Yes.
And if you don't have a solid answer, because the problem is that now we don't want to answer, we don't want to question ourselves. We are so good at questioning other people. Why? 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 In? Ask yourself also a question. As possible. Do not be afraid to cut out friends that are not helpful. Do not be afraid to cut out toxicity in your life.
Yes.
Do not be afraid to say goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to stay in situations that are not going to assist you in anything. You know, I've had to do it. I treat my life like a company, actually. I hire and I fire as I please. And I'm not apologetic about it.
Yeah.
If my phone rings and I don't feel like taking a call, it's my phone again.
Yes.
I won't answer it. The same thing as friends. If you ask me, why are you no longer talking to me? Because I don't see the need for me to be your friend anymore. We've reached our expiry date. Therefore, we no longer need to engage with each other. Everything in life has an expiry, just like friendships, you know? So with young girls, if you see that something is no longer benefiting you, don't do it. And I'm saying this as a mother too. Something that I teach my friend. Something that I teach my daughter.
Yes.
You don't need to keep yourself in situations for the sake of pleasing other people, because you please other people at the expense of your future.
Yeah.
The future is tomorrow. So whatever you are doing, don't overprice yourself for something that you won't be able to afford tomorrow.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Learn how to say goodbye.
Yeah.
If anything.
All right. And then the last one, in closing.
Oh, sorry, you asked me another question.
No, that was it's the same question. There were two questions.
How do I want the world to perceive me?
Yes.
I want the world. I don't feel that you should perceive me as anything. I'm human, and take me as I am.
Take you as you are.
Literally, don't put me on a pedestal. Don't put me down there. Just take me as your sister. Take me as your friend. Whatever I come to you as, take me as that. You know, I'm not perfect. I might have achieved certain things at a young age, but there's a lot of things that I still haven't also achieved.
Yes.
So don't put me on a pedestal, because the minute you put me on a pedestal, it gives me now that you're putting me in a place where now I have to achieve. You put me up there, right? Now I have to fight to get to there. And then I end up making mistakes while getting there because I want to please you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I end up losing myself.
Yeah.
I end up you feel like I'm a fashionista. And now I don't have money to buy that really beautiful dress that you feel would suit me. Now I end up making a lot of mistakes trying to reach there. So take me as I am right now.
Yeah.
And accept me on my path and grow with me as I grow. Let it be like I said, drink from my cup if you need to. If it's not full, then take it as it is. It's not full. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to judge me or try to create this perception of me that is just in your head. To say, like, because tomorrow I can make a mistake and you'll be like, I can get married. Then you'll say to me, and then I get divorced. Then you say, how come she's divorced now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you take me as a human being and say,
it
actually means that Kopano's also human.
Yes.
She also goes through divorce.
Yeah.
She also goes through shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
Then you actually feel comfortable to say, oh, life is actually not what we think it is.
I believe the ending title song for this podcast will be "I'm Only Human." Yeah, after all, that's the ending title. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have dropped a lot of beautiful diamonds. I only hope it lands on people who are actually listening. And I believe we do have people who are listening. I wanted to say this. I forgot to say it last week. We have loyal people on our platform. Guys, we as Gain Ground, the entire team, we appreciate you. The fact that for every episode you on standby to watch, you comment, you like, you share, we really appreciate that. Keep on watching. And if I may say or not say, something better is coming. There will be prizes to be won in the near future. Stay watching. And this beautiful lady here, she will be joining us again in the next episode to speak more about motherhood and dealing with motherhood also on the business side. That's where we need you. And your beautiful daughter, Unaledi. Is it Naledi, right?
Yeah.
She will be on set. She will be speaking with you. Yeah. And we're looking forward to have you once again. Once more, thank you so much. It was really lovely to have you on set.
Thank you so much for having me.
Emakhaya, lalini. Hayi sinibonile. Lale kakuhle.